Today, I want to talk about your favorite topic, death. And I want to make it your favorite topic because I know it's not your favorite topic. In fact, a lot of us don't even want to talk about it, don't even want to think about it. It's such a morbid thought. It's such a fearful thought. We don't even feel we can face it. But today is a day we need to talk about it because we will face it, and we need to face it now so we can face it then. Why is it important to talk about death? Because we have a lot of fear surrounding it that we shouldn't have. There's a lot of unknown, but it's not so unknown when you start discussing it and you start thinking about it. Now, one of the things that you discover when you start studying what Bhagavatam says about death, what Gita says about death, is that our whole life culminates in leaving our body in a perfect way, in Krishna consciousness. Or as it is said, you will be tested, your final exam is how you leave the body. And then you have your whole life to practice. So the idea of not talking about it, thinking about it, is not good because our whole life is a preparation for that moment. It's like you're going to have a final exam. Oh, I don't want to talk about it, I want to think about it. No, but you're going to have it. You need to talk about it. You need to think about it because it's a reality. You need to prepare for it. So Prabhupada says life is a practice. Now, if you want to succeed at something, you don't succeed the day you do it. You succeed in the practice of it. You succeed by preparing for it. If you're going into a ring to fight, you succeed in the training. If you're going to school and taking your final exam, you succeed in the preparation, in the homework, and paying attention in class, and reading the assignments, in studying the material. So in the same way, the preparation for death is not that last few days when we find out it's going to be all over, if we're even that fortunate, but it's right now. Everything we're doing is preparing us for that moment. Now, how is it preparing us? Number one, chanting Hare Krishna, so that when there's danger, when there's difficulty, automatically we'll chant Hare Krishna. Number two, we're learning how to deal with difficulties in life, and difficulties should be welcome because those difficulties prepare us for the ultimate difficulty. We're learning how to deal with duality. We're learning how to tolerate things which are difficult to tolerate. Think of all the duality at the time of death. Think of all the fear and the worry. These are all the things we're trying to learn how to overcome, or at least deal with successfully now, so that at that moment, we've got the training. We've been in the gym of life, so that at that moment we can leave in perfect Krishna consciousness, because if we do, our life's successful. But if that sounds difficult, here is some good news. The good news is that Srila Prabhupada said, just as Parikshit Maharaj's death was beautifully arranged by Krishna, he said the death of a devotee is arranged by Krishna. So if you give your life to Krishna, if you dedicate yourself to Krishna, you know he takes care of you. And he takes care of you in life. That also means he's going to take care of you in death. He's going to arrange your death. He's going to arrange for a situation where you can die in Krishna consciousness. Now, Prabhupada once said, if you remember me at the time of death, that's remembering Krishna. Because we might think, well, maybe I'll remember Prabhupada, or I'll remember my spiritual master. Krishna's there. But Prabhupada also said something beautiful. If you forget Krishna, Krishna won't forget you, because you've dedicated your life to him. You've done all this service, so he's not going to forget you. So that's a beautiful thought. So the summation is, if we practice Krishna consciousness the way Prabhupada gave it, we'll be ready. But if you think you're not ready, at least if you dedicate your life to the mission of Krishna consciousness, then have faith that Krishna will take care of you, your spiritual master and Srila Prabhupada will take care of you, and that you will have an auspicious death because everything you've done in your life is for them. You've taken shelter of them, you've depended on them for everything. So in the same way, now you're depending on them to leave your body successfully. And as they've taken care of you throughout your life, and they brought you to Krishna consciousness in the first place, don't you think they will help you leave in Krishna consciousness? And the answer is, yes, they will. Have that faith. You don't have to worry at the time of death. Time of death is a glorious time. That's the time you can go back home, back to God, and meet Krishna. Why would we lament? The only reason, really, we would lament is because we're attached to things of this world, we're attached to the body, we're attached to enjoying the body and things of this world. Therefore, the more we become detached, the easier it is to leave the world. So it's foolish to become too attached. Prabhupada said, attachment is natural, just don't become too attached. So attached that when you have to give it up, you can't, and then you meditate on those things that you can't give up, and then you come back and take another body. And then you failed, Prabhupada, you failed your guru because you promised. Basically, when you become initiated, you promise, I will go back to Godhead, I will follow your instructions. So that's why we maintain some healthy level of detachment, because otherwise, like Bhagavatam says, the materialistic man dies thinking of his wife, thinking of his family, thinking how they will exist without me, and then he just comes back and takes another birth. Or she comes back and takes another birth. So, don't be afraid of dying. It's glorious. It's the ultimate culmination. It's the ultimate test. It's what Prabhupada is preparing us for. If we follow his instructions, we'll be successful. Hare Krishna.